Today is December 3, 2025, Wednesday. This day is very special as it is observed as International Day of Persons with Disabilities. So, we should call for an end to all stereotypes and let's portray differently abled people authentically within everyday scenarios, neither as victims nor superheroes. Pampa Kuchlan is here, a member of Hosla, a senior citizen care startup organization, reading news from Hosla Radio. The headlines: More cold wave days this year. Want to send your name to space on NASA's next mission? Chernobyl fungus blocks radiation. Sanchar Sathi app optional. Flood in Sri Lanka, emergency declared. India to open nuclear sector to private players. Government agrees to debate on SIR in Lok Sabha. BLO death, CM Mamata announces compensation. Huge row over Chaiwala AI video. Delhi air pollution gets severe. Bengaluru weather, heavy rain. Russian President Vladimir Putin's visit to India. US halts immigration cases for nationals of 19 countries. A green reward from UK for Bishnupur women. Coming to details. Parts of India may get more cold wave days this year. December 1, 2025, New Delhi. There will be more than the usual number of cold wave days over Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, Eastern Uttar Pradesh, Northern Madhya Pradesh, Western Maharashtra, and Arunachal Pradesh, the India Meteorological Department said on Monday, December 1, 2025. This is also a La Nina year characterized by cooler temperatures in the Central Pacific. While there is no direct correlation historically, La Nina years tend to correlate with cold waves, said M. Mahapatra, Director General of IMD. He added that cold wave spells had already begun in November unusually early in northern India due to a polar vortex. These are bands of very cold air that normally swirl around the poles. While it normally stays over the Arctic, it can occasionally slip southwards and cause blasts of freezing air in Europe, Northern Asia, and the United States. The Himalayas protect India from the polar vortex, but we can feel some of its effects, Mr. Mahapatra added. Want to send your name to space on NASA's next mission? December 2, 2025. NASA has opened an exciting opportunity for people around the world to become part of its next major lunar mission, Artemis 2. The space agency is inviting people to submit their names, which will be stored on a SD card and flown around the moon aboard the Orion spacecraft in 2026. Artemis 2 will mark the first crewed mission of NASA's Artemis program, which seeks to return humans to the moon and lay the groundwork for future missions to Mars. The approximately 10-day journey, scheduled to launch no later than April 2026, will take 4 astronauts: Wright Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christiana Koch, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen on a historic flight around the moon and back. The insights gained from this mission will help NASA refine systems for future crewed missions, including a longer duration flights to Mars. Those who wish to send their names on this mission can submit a first name, last name, and a 4 to 7 digit PIN code on NASA's official Send Your Name with Artemis portal. http://www.nasa.gov/send-your-with-artemis/. Nuclear shield. Chernobyl fungus blocks radiation and could be a breakthrough for Mars missions. December 1, 2025. A peculiar black fungus discovered in Chernobyl's reactor ruins exhibits an astonishing ability to survive and potentially thrive on extreme radiation. Scientists are exploring its potential as a natural radiation shield for future Mars missions, as experiments show it can block cosmic rays. This discovery offers a novel approach to protecting astronauts from harmful radiation. Sanchar Sathi app optional can be deleted, says Telecom Minister Scindia, December 2, 2025, New Delhi. Communication Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia defended the Department of Telecommunications directions to phone makers to mandatorily pre-install the Sanchar Sathi app on devices sold from March 2026 onwards. There is no snooping or call monitoring, Mr. Scindia said on Tuesday in remarks outside Parliament. If you don't want the app, don't activate it. If you do want to delete it, delete it. Mr. Scindia added that to protect people from stolen devices, it was the government's responsibility to have the app distributed to all users. If you don't register, it will stay inactive. Sri Lanka declares a state of emergency after floods and mudslides. 30 November 2025. The death toll from devastating floods and mudslides in Sri Lanka has exceeded 330 people as the country grapples with one of its worst weather disasters in years. More than 200 are missing and some 20,000 homes have been destroyed, sending 1,808,000 people to state-run temporary shelters, the Disaster Management Center reported. Officials said that about a third of the country was without electricity or running water as a state of emergency was announced in the aftermath of Cyclone Ditwa. President Anura Desanaike said it is the most challenging disaster in the country's history and that the destruction was so severe that estimates for reconstruction were staggering. Evacuation orders are in place in some areas as water levels of the Kelani River continue to rise rapidly. The government has issued an appeal for international aid and urged Sri Lankans abroad to donate money to support affected communities. Cyclone Ditwa brushed the island nation's eastern coast on Friday but has since moved away from the country. The flooding comes as Southeast Asia is also facing some of the worst floods the region has seen in years, with millions impacted across Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. India to open nuclear sector to private players. PM Modi, November 27, New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday declared that India is now moving towards opening up the nuclear sector, underlining that the private sector will play a strong role in this field. Opening the nuclear sector to private players will create opportunities in small modular reactors, advanced reactors, and nuclear innovation, he said, adding that the move will give new strength to India's energy security and technological leadership. The PM Modi was inaugurating the cutting-edge Infinity campus of Skyroot Aerospace in Hyderabad, marking a milestone in India's rapidly expanding private space industry. Spanning approximately 2 lakh square feet, the Infinity campus is equipped to design, develop, and test multiple launch vehicles with the capacity to produce one orbital rocket each month. Founded by IIT alumni and former ISRO scientists Pawan Chandana and Bharat Dhaka, Skyroot made history in November 2022 with Vikram S, India's first private suborbital rocket launch. He also unveiled plans for India to host the Global AI Summit in February 2026, furthering initiatives like the India AI mission focused on ethical, human-centric AI development. Parliamentary deadlock seemingly ends as government agrees to debate on SIR in Lok Sabha. New Delhi to 2nd December. After 2 days of disruption over the contentious special intensive revision of electoral rolls, the parliamentary deadlock was apparently resolved as the government Tuesday agreed to hold a detailed discussion on electoral reforms, including the SIR process. The agreement was reached in all-party meeting of the Lok Sabha's Business Advisory Committee, chaired by Speaker Om Birla. This nationwide revision, the first in over 2 decades, covers 12 states and union territories in preparation for upcoming assembly elections. Opposition parties had demanded an urgent debate on the SIR, raising allegations of arbitrary deletion of legitimate voters, particularly from marginalized communities, and expressing concerns about the mental toll on election officials, including reports of booth-level officials dying due to work pressure. The government maintained openness to discussion but initially resisted setting a fixed timeline, prioritizing the Vande Mataram celebrations. In 2025, India is celebrating the 150th anniversary of the national song Vande Mataram with a year-long nationwide commemoration starting November 7, 2025 and ending November 7, 2026. The celebrations include the mass singing of the full version of the song in public places, the release of commemorative stamp and coin, and various cultural events. The initiative aims to connect citizens, especially youth, with the song's revolutionary spirit and its legacy as a symbol of national pride and unity. Vande Mataram was written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee on November 7, 1875 and first appeared in the novel Anandamath. BLO deaths. CM Mamata announces compensation. Kolkata, 2nd December. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee Tuesday directed district magistrates across all districts not to neglect the state's welfare projects while engaged in special intensive revision work. She also revealed that according to government estimates, about 39 BLOs have died in the line of duty so far. She said that while human life cannot be measured in monetary terms, the government must uphold accountability and social responsibility. Accordingly, she announced a compensation of rupees 2 lakh for the families of deceased BLOs and rupees 1 lakh for those undergoing treatment. Namdar Congress can't stand Kamdar PM. Huge row over Chawala AI video. Congress leader Ragini Nayak's post has come at the beginning of what is likely to be a stormy winter session, December 3, 2025. In a development set to add chaos to Parliament proceedings during the ongoing winter session, a senior Congress leader's reckless social media post that shows Prime Minister Narendra Modi selling tea has sparked a massive row. Late last night, Congress leader Ragini Nayak shared a AI-generated video showing the Prime Minister walking with a kettle and glasses at what appears to be a global event. Delhi AQI today. Battle with pollution gets severe as 14 locations record toxic air quality. 3rd December 2025. Delhi recorded severe air quality at several locations on Wednesday morning. As per Central Pollution Control Board, data from 40 monitoring stations across Delhi, as many as 14 stations recorded AQI above 401 at 7:05 a.m., falling in the severe category. The average air quality index AQI for the national capital stood at 376 on 3rd December. Anand Bihar, Chandni Chowk and Nehru Nagar were among the areas reporting the highest pollution levels. Bengaluru weather today. City braces for very heavy rains. December 3, 2025. Bengaluru and several other coastal districts of Karnataka are bracing for heavy rainfall over the next 3 days as cyclone Ditwa weakens into a depression. The India Meteorological Department has issued a yellow alert for heavy rains in parts of Karnataka as the depression has moved towards the Tamil Nadu-Puducherry coast. Cyclone Ditwa remnant hammers Chennai. A weakened but near stationary remnant cyclonic storm hovered just off the North Tamil Nadu coast yesterday, triggering another spell of very heavy rain over Chennai and its neighboring districts. You are listening news from Hosla Radio. Ahead of Vladimir Putin's visit, Russian parliament clears major military logistics pact with India, 3rd December 2025. The lower house of Russian parliament, the State Duma, on 2nd December ratified a key military pact with India ahead of President Vladimir Putin's state visit to New Delhi, which is set to commence tomorrow, 4 December. Signed on 18 February by India and Russia, the reciprocal exchange of logistics support agreement was sent to the Duma last week for ratification by Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin. US holds all immigration cases for nationals of 19 countries, internal guidance says. December 2, 2025. The Trump administration has halted all immigration applications filed by people from 19 countries, its latest move to restrict legal immigration pathways following the shooting of two National Guard members in Washington, D.C. last week, according to internal government guidance and a source familiar with the move. Mr. Trump's June proclamation imposed a near total restriction on the entry of people from Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, the Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. It also partially suspended the entry of immigrants from Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Now I am concluding with a good news for the people of Bishnupur. Silent reward from House of Lords for loud work by Bishnupur women, Bishnupur, 26 November 2025. A green reward from the House of Lords, London, arrived at a hut in Bankura's Bishnupur silently in the evening of 25th November 2025. But it was for the loud efforts of a group of women, mostly housewives, in this temple town and has encouraged the group no end. My Dear Trees and Wilds, an organization run by Bishnupur women dedicated to the protection of an environment and wildlife, has been conferred the Green Apple Environment Award 2025 by the Green Organization United Kingdom for its project titled Catch Rain for a Water Sustainable India, that was kicked off 5 years ago in districts of South Bengal. So we are glad the Bishnupur women are also trying to tackle the environmental problem, though it was too late to tackle the threat of water scarcity. Thank you. Stay blessed. Good night.